Okay, let's get started with Montessori activities. The main purpose of Montessori activities is to raise whole-brain children. Montessori activities often target one skill. This actually means that a prepared activity has only one goal, so that the child can easily reach and master the goal without confusion. All Montessori activities have one beginning, middle, as well as the end. If the children want, they can do them in one go, step by step, and this way the child achieves the happiness of success and increases her self-confidence in what she can achieve. Each event is presented in a different tray or basket so that the pieces of the event are not lost and mixed with the pieces of another event. Trays also make it easy to collect pieces after the activity is over, making a direct contribution to daily living skills. Also, activities should be presented in trays on open shelves. Activities should be placed on the shelf from left to the right, easy to hard. After learning some basic principles about Montessori activities, we will now talk about activities that are divided into 5 main areas. The first of these 5 areas is activities that support hand-eye coordination. So let me talk to you about hand-eye coordination in more detail in the subsequent slide. For babies younger than 12 months old, the activity of removing an object is easier than inserting it, so it can be fun to pull sticks, straws, or string from a box. When they are over 12 months old, they can start popping sticks into a bottle, sticking buttons in Play-Doh, or attaching rings to a stick from large to small. After 18 months old, they can open and close zippers and bottle and as well as jar lids. After 18 months old, babies can also begin to take an interest in classifying objects. To support this curiosity, what we can do is we can ask the baby to classify cubes, sticks, and any object that the baby can easily hold in the hand. Asking the baby to classify different fruits according to their types can also be both a fun activity and a healthy snack. With all these being said, puzzles that are also important and are indispensable parts used to develop both hand-eye coordination and cognitive skills. Step-by-step start with fine and block puzzles with large handles and then move on to the 2-piece puzzles to help the child master the ability to complete puzzles. Another important Montessori activity is related to language skills. Language development develops faster than in any other period of life between the ages of 0 and 3. It is very important to communicate with and talk to the child from the moment she is born in order to develop the language skills of the child. Scientific studies have shown that the parents' use of a rich language in the first 3 years of a child's life positively affects the child's brain and language development. Books reflecting daily life are also of great importance for language development. If the text in these books are long and the baby is not patient enough to listen to it all, you can only tell what you see in the picture and create a shorter story out of them. Word cards are another tool used for language development. In the beginning, it is significant that the word cards reflect the real pictures of the objects. Once the child has learned the world, learning can be reinforced with a lifelike picture of the object. We have said before, those invisible bags are often used in Montessori education. We can use the same bags by defining a theme and hiding few real objects inside these mystery bags. Another thing that's also part of the Montessori activities is based on daily life. Very few special materials are needed to support the activities of daily living at home. We educate the child in this sense when we involve children in all daily tasks, considering that the things will progress more slowly and will not be perfect. Once the children start walking, they begin to have an intrinsic motivation to be involved in household jobs. Washing dishes, vacuuming, wiping, and even ironing is very interesting for children of this age. Involving children in daily life activities strengthens the parent-child relationship effortlessly. Children involved in housework repeat fine and gross motor skills on their own, thus increasing the attention span and skill of children in other activities. As an example of daily living activities, we can ask children to wash vegetables while preparing food. While setting the table, we can expect them to take the items such as plates and glasses to the table and place them in the dishwasher after the meal is finished. While washing the dishes, we can ask the child to wash her own plate and glass by giving a small sponge and a small amount of detergent. This activity, which includes water and detergent together, is also an invaluable example of sensory activity. Apart from all these activities, music and movement plays a key role in terms of the Montessori activities. Music and movement are universal at the same time. Every culture has its own music and musical instruments. So I would like you to consider your own culture while listening to this part. Especially the songs that require some movements while listening help to increase the auditory attention level of children. Rhythmic music and rhythmic movements are also contribute to the child's math skills. Examples of musical instruments are drums, xylophone, harmonica, flute, and maracas. Most of the time, even the child hitting the pots with spoons made of different materials is actually considered to be a music. Lastly, we will look at the function of the art skills in the Montessori activities. Montessori art activities are also designed to allow children to express themselves, move, and try different materials. We can start to introduce children to art materials with short and blunt pencils. Let children be free when they make art. Trees don't have to be green or sky is blue. There's always place for flying cats and walking seagulls in art. Try not to be a teacher when the child is actually painting.